To the dark web, mysterious realm hidden beneath the surface of the internet, has long been a source of fascination and fear for many. It's a place where the boundaries of reality blur and the unimaginable becomes possible. But even in this shadowy corner of cyberspace, there are some discoveries that can send chills down the spine of even the most hardened explorer. Today, we re-delving into the story of what might just be the creepiest creature ever found on the dark web. A being so bizarre, so unsettling that it defies explanation and leaves us questioning the very nature of reality itself. It all began on a seemingly ordinary night, when a group of internet sleuths stumbled upon a series of cryptic messages scattered across various dark web forums. These messages, written in a strange, almost indecipherable code, spoke of a creature unlike anything ever seen before. Intrigued and more than a little unnerved, the group decided to follow the digital breadcrumbs, determined to uncover the truth behind these enigmatic claims. As they delved deeper into the dark web's labyrinthine depths, the messages became increasingly disturbing. References to ancient rituals, forbidden knowledge, and otherworldly entities began to surface. The group found themselves drawn into a web of conspiracy theories and occult practices that seemed to stretch back centuries. But it wasn't until they stumbled upon a hidden chat room that things took a truly terrifying turn. There, buried beneath layers of encryption and anonymity, they found a live video feed. What they saw on that feed would haunt them for years to come. The creature, if it could even be called that, defied description. It seemed to shift and change before their very eyes, never quite settling on a single form. One moment, it appeared almost human, with elongated limbs and pale, translucent skin. The next, it would morph into something more akin to a writhing mass of tentacles and eyes. But it wasn't just its appearance that was unsettling. There was an intelligence in its movements, a sense of purpose that sent shivers down the spines of all who witnessed it. It seemed to be aware of the camera, aware of the watchers on the other side of the screen, and as it moved closer to the lens, its eyes, countless, ever-shifting eyes, seemed to stare directly into the souls of those brave or foolish enough to look upon it. The chat exploded with a mix of terror and fascination. Some viewers claimed to feel physically ill, describing sensations of nausea, and others reported strange phenomena occurring around them. Lights flickering, electronic devices malfunctioning, and an overwhelming sense of being watched. As the minutes ticked by, the creature's movements became more frenzied, more purposeful. It seemed to be trying to communicate, its form twisting and contorting in ways that defied the laws of physics. Some viewers swore they could hear whispers coming through their speakers, even when their volume was muted. And then, just as suddenly as it had appeared, the feed cut out. The chat room fell silent, save for the frantic typing of those trying to make sense of what they had just witnessed. Theories flew back and forth. Was it a hoax, an elaborate special effect, or something far more sinister? In the days and weeks that followed, those who had seen the creature reported strange occurrences in their lives. Some claimed to see shadowy figures out of the corner of their eye, always vanishing when they turned to look. Others experienced vivid, terrifying nightmares filled with writhing tentacles and piercing eyes. Attempts to trace the origin of the video feed proved fruitless. The dark web, true to its nature, had swallowed up any trace of the creature's existence. But the impact of its brief appearance lingered, a digital urban legend that continued to haunt the darkest corners of the internet. Experts in various fields were consulted, from cryptozoologists to computer scientists, but none could offer a satisfactory explanation for what had been seen. Some suggested it might be evidence of interdimensional beings, while others proposed advanced AI or even government experiments gone horribly wrong. As news of the creature spread, it began to take on a life of its own. Artists created renditions based on descriptions from those who had seen it, each interpretation more nightmarish than the last. Online communities dedicated to unraveling the mystery sprang up, their members poring over every scrap of information they could find. But perhaps the most disturbing development came months after the initial sighting. Reports began to surface of people disappearing after becoming obsessed with the creature. They would vanish without a trace, leaving behind only cryptic messages and disturbing artwork depicting writhing, otherworldly forms. Law enforcement agencies found themselves at a loss, unable to connect these disappearances to any tangible evidence. The dark web, ever elusive, offered no further clues. It was as if the creature had reached out from the digital realm and pulled these individuals into some unknowable dimension. As time passed, the fervor surrounding the creature began to die down. But for those who had witnessed it firsthand, the memory remained seared into their minds. They carried with them a newfound wariness of the dark corners of the internet, always half expecting to stumble upon something that defied explanation. The story of the creepiest creature found on the dark web serves as a chilling reminder of the mysteries that still lurk in the digital shadows. It challenges our understanding of reality and forces us to confront the possibility that there are things in this world, and perhaps beyond it, that we may never fully comprehend. For those brave souls who continue to explore the dark web, the memory of the creature serves as both a warning and a lure. It represents the ultimate unknown, a digital Pandora's box that, once opened, can never truly be closed again. As we reflect on this unsettling tale, we're left with more questions than answers. What was the true nature of the creature? Where did it come from? And where did it go? And perhaps most importantly, could it one day return, reaching out from the depths of the dark web to touch our world once again? These are questions that may never be fully answered. But one thing is certain. The dark web, with all its secrets and horrors, continues to fascinate and terrify in equal measure. It remains a frontier of the digital age, a place where reality and nightmare blur into one, and where creatures beyond our wildest imaginations may be lurking, waiting to be discovered by those brave or foolish enough to look. So the next time you find yourself browsing the internet late at night, remember the tale of the creepiest creature found on the dark web, and perhaps think twice before clicking that next link. For you never know what horrors may be waiting on the other side of the screen.